Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex and today we're taking a look at my favourite deals across the eShops, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. It's a great week this one though, with some heavy hitters, so hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family and let's get started. So as always then, two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards later in the video and two more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in next week's video. Also then, do remember to check out Thursday's edition, that's the under $10 one, but also I put out a bonus sales video that is a Halloween special. Both of those you'll find them in the pinned comment down below. So first up for the week, Hal is Other Demons. We are starting here super budget, but this is a steal with 80% off. It's also a new low price and it is a must buy for those that like something that's going to be a little bit more brutal in its difficulty. An action platformer though with a dash of roguelite. It's a whole lot of running, gunning and dashing. Think though tons of enemies, boss moments, a synthwave soundtrack and retro style visuals which make the most of what is a very simple colour palette. Wanna kill demons though? Absolutely come here. Double Kick Heroes then is a rhythm game set in a world post-zombie apocalypse. This one, it throws you into this world and it's a rhythm game amid shooter as you drive down these highways and work your way across a map. Reviewed it, check that out in the pinned comment down below just to get a feel for it, but it's packing a story mode, some more kind of free play style modes as well, and also some really impressive boss moments. The soundtrack then for sure leans into metal, and my only real complaint with this one, the harder difficulties, they can be a little unmanageable and the controls, they're just not quite as flexible as they maybe need to be to deliver on the required speed. 40% off though, it marks a new all-time low price. Alba, a wild life adventure then is here with a new low of 30% off. It's a relatively new release this one and for sure slows the pace down. It's an open world photography adventure and it's one to chill to, no challenge at all. But the world is kind of this beautiful minimalistic design and it just does a very good job of capturing, the peace of this island. The only issue, it's short. It comes in around 4 hours, maybe at a push, maybe even 3 I'd say, so you can wrap it up in an evening. Still though, like just the entire vibe of this one. A quick mention then for the Legend of Tianding, a side-scrolling beat-em-up. It blends in platforming with some exploration and it releases this week, that's the 2nd of November. I've actually reviewed this one already so I'll be linking that down below, but it got a launch discount 10% off which actually expires date of release. The combat though, boss moments, platforming, all top quality. The only issue, the exploration, it can be a little slow and it for sure just impacts the pacing. Check out the full review though in the pinned comment and see if it's going to be one for you. Ghost of a Tale then is a unique one on the Switch. The visuals I will say can be a little rough at times, some heavy pixelation, but generally I do still think it's worth it. It's an action RPG where you play as a mouse on an adventure to escape your foes. It's a whole lot of exploration, environmental puzzles and stealth. Love the world though and the action was for sure good. Stealth kind of had its moments of frustration honestly where it would kind of behave a little bit weird, but that was still pretty rare and overall I think it's going to be worth a look with this current new low price of 40% off. Carrion then is a reverse horror title where you play the monster on the killing spree. It's got some Metroidvania to its interconnected world design though, and it is a great time. I wasn't sure how the controls would handle as this monster, it grows with, the carnage, but it felt great and just super smooth as you fly all over the shop. The only complaint I have, the lack of a map led to some frustration, but as always, it's just another gem from Devolver Digital and it's got a quality kind of creepy soundtrack to back it all up. 40% off then, that is a new low price. A lesser known release from Devolver than is Stories Untold. It's not perfect, but as an experimental release goes, I actually really enjoyed it. It's kind of episodic, it has that Stranger Things vibe almost to it all that actually makes sense because the artists they got to design the cover work, they actually worked on Stranger Things as well. But think here, experimental adventures, interacting almost with the world around you, very small, very self-contained. Some things didn't quite translate to controller honestly, but I found it intriguing and it may be worth a look for those that kind of want to take a risk and you're okay with, a slower burn. 80% off then, that is a new low price. Fight Terrarium then is another one I reviewed here on the channel. It's a mystery dungeon game mixed in with some terrarium management to basically build a home for this young girl that you come across. The world here though, it's been contaminated with what is toxic fungi, and she is now the last survivor, so you're going to be joining a maintenance robot and an artificial intelligence to keep her alive and kicking. As is typical with the style, it's definitely repetitive, but I did have fun with this one, and the world is absolutely unique. I just kind of wish they showed us more of the world. You know, visually it does get very similar very quickly. That said though, like a new low price of 50% off, and I think that is also a solid deal. Zombie Army Trilogy then gets a great discount here with 60% off, a new low price, and while it's a very repetitive experience, you're going to be getting a decent chunk of game here for your cash. The series actually here leans into the more run and gun world a little bit more than I'd say what is usual, but for me it's always going to be about the sniping, those precision hits, and here we've got waves and waves of targets, 3 campaigns to face, so 15 missions, single player, multiplayer, horde mode, 8 playable characters. I just find this one fun for an hour or two, you know, just short play sessions basically at a time. But yeah, it's a great port as well. It is well worth a look. Our first winner of the week then, it's going to Nick, who commented on the survivalist being worthy of an add to your library. I said it last week myself, I love the game. We had a blast with its online multiplayer. Congrats so Nick, drop me an email to claim your code. That's in the video description down below, and then everyone else, there's still a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. So we're into the final 3 games of the week then. We're starting with World's End Club. It's a new release, it's rocking 25% off a new low price. The game, it's just okay. I really love the world and the visuals, but the story, gotta say, was a little lacking. Here though, think, you know, a whole lot of dialogue and then puzzle platforming moments. The best thing with this one though is it has a free demo, so you don't need to guess if you think you will like it. Go check out that demo, make your decision from there if you want to, you know, join the game's go-getters club on this adventure. Our penultimate game of the week then, Garden Story. I can't really recommend because I did pick it up at launch, but I didn't sink a whole lot of time into it, so consider this my pickup of the week. Can't recommend it. Maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. That said though, look, this has been pretty well received since launch, so I think it's fair to call it a reasonably safe bet. The idea that you're this like new guardian of the town, and it's your job here to rebuild and help everyone out. It even has some combat, and I like the old school visual style they've gone for. 20% off then marks a new low price. I just quickly wanted to shout out then 2 more deals here. They are US exclusive, they're outside of the eShop, but if you head to Gamestop right now, they have digital codes for Devil May Cry 3 for less than a $5, and then Neon Abyss for $10. Both new low prices. I've linked them in the pinned comment if you do want to pick them up. They just email you a code near instantly when you do buy them. For me though, DMC free, $5, that is an absolute steal. So our second winner of the week then, Devron, who shouted out November the 11th, seeing the release of GTA Collection and Knights of the Old Republic is going to be painful for the wallet. Curious to see how everyone feels about the delayed physical needing a download as well. Seems they didn't get the whole game on cart, sadly. Congrats so Devron, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, remember to drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. So our final game of the week then, that is Strange Brigade. It's coming in with 60% off. This game was great fun. I played it back on the PlayStation or Xbox at release, and then I picked up the Switch build, and first of all, it's just a really good port. I was seriously impressed. Occasionally the visuals take a little hit. There's some very minor like frame drops at very intense scenes, but honestly, barely noticeable. I think this is a steal if you want some brainless action with a fun cast of characters, and yeah, it's a third-person run and gun adventure, a whole lot of like environmental puzzles as well. It's got kind of a Brendan Fraser Mummy vibe to it, but yeah, I thought it was an absolute blast, and this is a fantastic price. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Remember then to check out the 2 deals videos we've already dropped this week. That's the under $10 edition, and then also a special bonus Halloween video as well. Both of those linked down below. With that though, a shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.